What's up, guys? Welcome to Corey's Car Review. I'm excited to share this car with you today. We've got our good friend Dustin Brown. If you haven't checked out the video we did with him last time, he's got a sweet 94 ZR1. And this is probably a more rare car than that Corvette. But go check that video out. He said, I got another toy, I want to share it with you. And we're going to have some fun with it. He brought us his STS-V Caddilac, and I almost said CTS-V.
That's what most people say.
knowing it's an STS, I almost said CTS. And when you sent me a picture when you were going to get it, I even texted you that, and I said, man, that's a nice CTS-V. And you said, that's actually an STS-V. And I said, I didn't know they had that.
People will correct me. They're like, what is that? I'm like, is that your car? And I'm like, yeah, it's a STS-V. And they're like, you mean a CTS-V? No, I mean an STS-V.
Yeah.
So yeah, not a lot of these cars out there. I don't know why I'm attracted to the rare ones that nobody works on and hard to find stuff for.
Well, you just like spending money on cars that are rare.
Yeah. It's a great car. I think it's the best bang for the buck as far as like the used cars go right now. I mean, it's just amazing what comes in it.
From the factory too.
Yeah, this car is bone stock other than intake and exhaust. Everything is as came from Cadillac. This was their flagship car that they were going after Mercedes with the AMG and the BMW M5.
Okay.
So this was their attack after them. A lot of the things are the same. Why people think it's a CTS-V is because the same grille, same front bumper cover, all that kind of stuff. From the hood on is where it's all different. Especially under the hood, because this car still has the Northstar motor.
Well, we all know how bulletproof those Northstar motors are.
And that's what I think killed this car, making it such a rare car as it is, because they made it from 06 to 09 and they only made a little over 2,500 of them.
Wow.
So it was just a super rare car, which is cool nowadays.
Right,
I'm sure
right.
at the time GM's like, well, that sucks,
But this is a little bit. It's got a little bit of a wider stance than the CTS, right?
Yeah, the STS stands for Sport Touring Sedan, and the CTS-V. A lot of people will say, "Oh, no, it doesn't," or whatever, especially CTS-V owners. But that's the Catera Touring Sedan. So all you CTS-V guys are excited about your Catera. It's cool. But GM went crazy with it because they knew, what issues they had with the Northstar, so they just went overboard on engineering it. It's the other Northstar motor is 4.6 liter. This is 4.4 liter, giving it more deck height for handling more boost and stuff like that, I guess. But just a bulletproof motor. I mean, just runs great, happy at high RPMs, and
which is right where you want to stay.
It's
high
right.
RPM.
And then they backed it with an awesome transmission. GM, Cadillac went with the 6L80 6-speed, so just a great transmission there.
Heavy duty.
Yeah. And then it's got an independent rear suspension. They just took what Corvette had and beefed it up. And this car is completely stock other than intake, exhaust, and the drive shaft on these cars, whether it's the STS or the CTS-V, they just wear out. It's a wear item. And it goes out, and if you let it doesn't have U-joints. It's got like this weird rubber disc is how it connects to the rear end. And once the bushing goes out, it can take out your rear end and all this other kind of stuff. So this has an upgraded aluminum carbon fiber drive shaft in it, and it's rebuildable.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's like $1,000 drive shaft.
Wow.
But
well, I think what's cool look at this, because all this is factory. Is it's got a factory like minimal cow hood.
Right.
You know, it's not a great big, 4-inch cow hood, and what are they, 2 or 2.5 inch like the 70 Chevelles or the Camaros that have the cow
yeah, it's
hood
real
like that.
supple.
Right. Well, it's kind of like the 70 Chevelle where theirs come up. It starts like right here.
Right.
It is a cow hood, but it's not huge. It's like a nice subtle touch.
Yeah. Yeah, the lines on the car just go real nice. For a sedan, I think it's just a beautiful car.
And the whine that this supercharger makes going down the road, which you guys are going to hear, we can talk Dustin into letting us hear it. Going down the road, man, this thing you can hear it whining from a mile away.
Yes.
Now, are they all factory? Are they all that loud?
Not that loud. This one doesn't have the engine covers on it, and then with the all metal intake, that really lets you hear the whine.
Okay.
Cadillac put they have like dampeners inside the intake that pretty much take the whine away. Stock. You can hear it, but not like we're gonna be able to.
Right. Well, let's walk around this thing and check it out. What looks cool is all the emblems and the grill and everything. You said they're all powder coated black?
Yeah.
Of course, and you've got the cool, you got to have that to stick out on the side, so.
Yeah, the STS-V guys didn't get that until like 09, I think. When this car died, they were like, well, I guess that's our last hope. No, I'd love to have a new STS-V.
Yeah, it's got a cool stance.
Yeah, it sits right, and it handles nice too. I mean, it gets sideways, and it's just easy to bring back. It almost wants to bring itself back.
Yeah.
It works real well.
Kind of, you just nail the gas, let it go sideways, and just let go of the wheel, and it'll straighten itself out.
That's right. Kind of like takes care of itself. It surprises a lot of other people on the road, I think.
Yeah. I think I've only rode in it one time, but it's just, I was surprised how comfortable it was, and then going down the road, I love that. I love the whine this thing makes.
Yeah. It's a great car for taking on road trips and just taking on cruises, Because it is, the inside is so comfortable. They packed it with all the technology that they had at that time into it. In fact, you can see inside here, I don't know why, but I always like this part of it. But they actually put, it's easier to see from the back here. They actually put tweeters in the seats.
Oh, wow.
So the driver and the passenger just have just a totally different music experience.
Right, that's cool. I see there's one on the other side too.
Yep.
Well, one on each side of the headrest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool how they put it in there, so it just adds to it.
That's cool.
But they just did a lot of really neat things inside this car.
Yeah. Well, before we get to the inside, why don't you show us the motor?
Take a look at the reason why.
The reason why you bought it?
That's exactly right. 470 reasons right here.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. I couldn't remember what the horsepower was.
The factory numbers on it were 470 horse at the flywheel.
That's so cool the way it's got those intake tubes right when you open the hood.
Yeah, she's definitely stuffed in there. But yeah, this is what makes it all worth it right there.
Your danger sign. It's like you said, it's shoved in there, and I believe I'd probably be taking it somewhere to have a look.
Yeah. I guess from what I've read and found, I haven't done it myself, but I guess it actually drops out of the bottom of the car pretty easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just all designed, everything just all comes out of the bottom.
Okay. 470 horsepower, supercharged.
Supercharged, not bad for 2006.
Yeah, and it's a, now that they're used, it's a pretty, for the amount of car that you get for what something like this would cost is
Yeah, in today's
you don't have to
market-
spend 30 to 40 grand on a used car to get almost 500
Exactly.
horse.
In fact, I'm gonna be listing this one for sale here real soon.
Oh, there
And
you go.
so if anybody's looking for a rare car,
If you're a 15 or 16-year-old kid and you are
looking for telephone poles,
your parents told you you mow some yards, you rake some leaves, and we'll match whatever. Keep saving money because
this is in affordable range.
this is a perfect. It's 4-door, plenty of power. This is a perfect 16-year-old first car.
Right.
I mean, what else could you want?
Exactly. No, there really are affordable cars for what you get. I mean, I'm gonna list this one at 18. I mean, what else are you really getting for $18,000
Oh,
nowadays?
right.
You
Yeah.
know, so
Sheet, you got a 95 short bed, single cab short bed for guys that are selling those for 18,000.
yeah, exactly. A clapped out short bed with an LS that's halfway wired in it.
Yeah.
And they're like 22,000. You know? Yeah. No, everything works on this car. It's been a great car. It's time to get something different, something new, something else to play with.
Something else to have fun with.
Yeah.
And the sound that this has is the same as your Vet.
Yeah, it was funny because as soon as I got it home, took my son for a ride and started it up, and he was like, "I recognize that exhaust sound." And we got on it a little bit, and he was like, "That sounds just like the Vet." I was like, proud
You're like,
dad moment.
Yes, it
Tear
does.
from my eye. He hears all 32 valves.
It's like this just should be a ringtone.
Exactly. Yeah, it's definitely a different experience when you get a V8 above $7,000. It's especially as old as all mine are, you know, 06, 94. Like that seems like so old to be up in that high RPM,
Yeah.
but
But you think of the horsepower back then, like your ZR1's 400 horse.
yeah,
For a 94, that's
that was like
that's
unheard
great.
of.
Yeah,
you know?
and then you take this in 06. I mean,
Yeah.
that's still, even today, this is 470. A 2020 GT Mustang's 460.
Yeah.
You know, 460, 470, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
And then they put those straight pipes on it, bring it up to at least 380,
yeah.
and then they wonder why I walk away from them.
Well, how about we dive inside and check out some of the luxury
Yeah.
features of it. Hey, dude, let's check out the inside.
Of my shoe?
Hey, dude.
Dude. Oh, okay.
Dude, what's mine say?
Dude, what's mine say?
All right, let's check out the inside. What's up, guys? Now we're inside. A cool feature I like about these seats is the suede in the middle. Some people say suede. I guess if you're from Oklahoma, you can say suede. I don't know if the technical term is Alcantara. Suede.
Suade. These are Suade inserts.
It kind of like deer tape.
That's right.
Well, some people say suede, some say Alcantara. I guess we could Google it and find out what the difference is between that. It's probably just a couple letters and the pronunciation of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I like the suede in the seats, and the back seats have the suede in the middle also. And I like the wood grain they've got, the wood grain look up here on the dash and the door panels. You've got the suede right here on the side of these doors.
That's right.
And I like how thick that steering wheel is.
It's a comfortable steering wheel, which sounds weird, but for car guys, they'll understand that it's just
well, when you're holding on to
comfortable
it and
feel.
when you're getting on it and it's breaking loose, it's
Yeah.
you'd be surprised the difference a feel of the car has when it's got a thick steering wheel or the little one.
Yeah.
Of course, it's got the Cadillac logo right there in the front of in the middle of the steering wheel. And we'll
Let
show
you know
you.
you're riding in luxury, baby.
Yeah, and we'll show you the gauges when we go drive it. But you said a cool feature of this is you can be watching a DVD from your screen driving
Yeah.
down the road.
Yeah, before things got too safe, you
Yeah.
know, before they were limiting everybody from doing things. It's packed with, you know, whatever technology they had at that time, that's for sure. It's got backup sensors. This is not aftermarket, that's Cadillac. That was just what they had at the time, you know, for the remote start.
That's cool that it's push button, because I had a 2019 GMC Denali. It didn't even have push button, and then this 06 has a push button from the factory. So
yeah, it's pretty neat. They put like a 16 speaker Bose stereo in it, and you know, it's got navigation, OnStar. I mean, they really loaded everything up on it. Heated seats, heated rear seats.
Oh wow,
yeah.
Pretty decked out. And you can see how thick.
Heated steering wheel.
Oh, it's even got a heated steering wheel.
Yep.
You can see how thick the padding is, and
yeah, they're
how
really
thick the side
comfortable.
bolsters are.
It's got all the, you know, crazy lumbar, and move the seat in so many directions that you can never get it back to where you found comfortable again, you know.
Or you take it into the shop, and it's either sitting on the floor or it's up in the sky, and takes you a 300-mile road trip to reset it.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, you've got the V logo right here in the dash. Well, I'm sure. Oh, I just looked down and saw this, but it's got the V logo on these door sills when you walk in.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I don't know if you can see it on that side.
Nice subtle touches. They put the V. They didn't go crazy. Like, everybody likes the Ford Platinum truck. It's a nice truck. But I think I counted like 22 different spots where they put the word platinum on it. It's like, come on, guys.
Just in case you
didn't know, we're gonna put it 14 times inside.
You know what's funny is, on the railroad, you've got the engine number for the train engine, but then you've got guys that have taken a Sharpie and wrote the engine number 50 different places all over the cab, just in case you forget it. So I guess it's kind of the same.
Giant one
yeah,
on the side.
it's the same scenario.
Yeah, just in case you didn't see the tailgate that says platinum on
Yeah.
it all giant.
Yeah. Well, I bet you guys are dying to hear this and hear how wicked this thing sounds. What do you think about starting it up?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Give it a couple revs and see what it sounds.
Yeah.
That's why I bought it.
There. That worked every penny, you know. Well, I remember when you got it, that video, you said it looks like you're going through the desert. You've got that whine. That's all you can hear that video, is that whine sound. That sounds awesome. The true testimony on this is sitting in the back seat like Xander did, because you saw you just slid sideways. So that's why we put the professional in the back seat, that way it's more fun. Right. And it's fun for us to watch. I hope you enjoyed that video. Man, Dustin, that was,
With fuel prices these days, that was expensive.
I should be paying for the fuel.
With the premium here.
I want to tell you, I thank you for making the trip up here and sharing this
Anytime.
car with us. So for those of you, like we said earlier, that didn't know there was a STS out there, there's STSs out there. I personally didn't know they were out there.
And if you want to see another video with more donuts and bigger burnouts, buy this car so I can buy my next car and we'll make them even more, you know?
We'll just
Contact this guy. You
yeah.
can get a hold of me.
We'll just keep making donuts.
That's right.
Well, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, share this video, share all the videos on Corey's Car Review with all your friends, and let's keep making some burnout videos.
That's right.